Yeah, I think it already started. It just takes forever to register.
I think it just started.
Yeah.
Yep, here we go. It's the Ken Beck Scrum. It's Sam and Federico. Updates from me. I've just been doing a face-to-face session with Matt. We've been working on the Medium editor thing for Rails, which we're seeing for the website one project, which we're seeing as a precursor to actually upgrading to Rails 5, because hopefully it should allow us to replace the Mercury editor. Other things that are going on. Yeah, it's still. I think there is actually an improvement in the fix for the pinging of Slack, but it's still not. We're still doubling up on things, or maybe I just need to adjust the order in which I update stuff. It's still not quite there, so that's kind of frustrating. We had the React mob. We're going to have the website one meeting. Yeah, that's about the size of it. How are things going with you, Federico?
Pretty good. Let's see here. Yeah, we had the React mob that went pretty well. Got a little further in the blog app. And yes, the other thing to mention was so I guess you guys signed up for Buffer now. So I need to sign into that. And thanks to Lara's demo, I'm pretty familiar with it.
Oh, cool.
But today is September 1st, and I have been assigned to do the social media postings. So I'll get to work on those.
All right.
Other than that, I'm just here for the website one kickoff.
Right. Yes, and you're not blocked by anything otherwise?
I don't think so, no.
Good to hear it. Yes. Other news that might be of passing interest to you is that the Greater Than Code folks have apparently had a cancellation of a guest for next week, and they are asking on Twitter and in Slack if they want anybody to be on a podcast. And I have said, hey, I'd be available in the Slack and in Twitter, and now Coraline sent me an email address to explain further. So I have sent her an email about that, and we shall see what happens.
Yeah. Cool. And actually, yeah, coincidentally, Ryder just texted me, and I listened to the episode that Ryder was on for, I think, similar reasons. Yeah.
Yes.
Someone canceled, and then there was like a lottery or something.
There was, yes.
And him and some other person got on. Yeah.
They did.
Yeah. So maybe it'll work out. You think so?
We will see. There is discussion in the Slack about other potential folks. I think it will come down to. I mean, they haven't started doing a lottery this time. They may. They've got a few. They seem to. Yeah, they've got like. Yeah, there's sort of a general chat going on. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I will not get my hopes up. Since we have a moment, you listened to obviously that episode with Ryder. I think you listened. Did you have any thoughts on the different podcasts? I mean, there was also Tech Done Right. I mean, both from an audio quality point of view and from a exciting technical social point of view.
Yeah. Let's see. I guess I liked Changelog pretty well. I got them kind of mixed up in my head, kind of jumbled up. The ones I listened to. I listened to the one with David Brian Complin, Dave Tron 5000, the Angular Rails guy.
Oh, okay.
And I think you mentioned them before. And he was on with somebody else, and I think that was Tech Done Right.
Yeah.
So, So that one was pretty good. That one's new, isn't it? It's like 20 episodes.
15, 16, yes.
Yeah. They're okay. I think there's still. What really bugs me, I mean, if we can get into it a little bit, is that they have so much upfront, which is pure ads, in my opinion.
Oh, really? Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just at the moment I'm not understanding you. As in, like, I don't I haven't noticed like adverts for shampoo or anything in any of them. But you
No,
mean
no, it's always like, you know, the service that's sponsoring us that will get you hired faster. And
oh, okay, yeah,
yeah,
that's Ruby, like Ruby Rogues. All of Chuck's podcasts have like all of those, but the Greater Than Code, that's like it's like listener funded, so they don't have any ads, right? And
well,
oh, maybe the changelog. Sorry, yeah, changelog is like ads up the wazoo, right?
yeah, you mentioned Greater Than Code. I think they do have like it's I forgot, there was some ad. They kind of sneaked it in. They kind of like talked about it. It was
I
kind of
think
like product
okay.
placement. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think like tech done right is fairly it's fairly specifically, as well as just like interesting stuff. It's like a promotion of Noel Rappin's company, like Table XI, which is a consulting company in Chicago. So that podcast doesn't seem to have any explicit ads for stuff, but it has like Table XI is a consulting company that you can, you know, if you want to find out about working for us or working with us. I mean, that's their kind of thing.
Well,
Go on.
yeah. No, I was just gonna say, when I started to say it, it's something that kind of bugs me is that they do something like that. They do like an ad, and then they say, "Follow us on Twitter, follow us, go to this site. We're over here, we're over there."
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's better to just dive right in, like you guys said.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I mean, I think Greater Than Code is, yeah. I mean, I think if they have any kind of ads, they have like a little, you know, break in the middle of the show where they say, by the way, our show is, you know, entirely listener sponsored. You know, if you want us to if you want to support us continuing to make the shows, then do check us out, and you know, you can get access to our Slack instance and stuff. I guess if I compare them, the Greater Than Code feels like it's the least explicit in terms of.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
and then next would be Table XI, Tech Done Right, and then no, yeah, I was forgetting Changelog because I haven't listened to them for a while. Yeah, Changelog and there's another one, Software Engineering Daily. They're like very explicit, you know, and I think they have I mean, the interesting thing about Changelog is it's like totally open source, and I think it's got quite it's even bigger than Chuck's podcasts, and so they've got a lot of sponsors. But I might be confusing Changelog and Software Engineering Daily. But
yeah. So if you continue, you know, if we ever sneak in ads, let's put them more like toward the middle, just gain a little bit of trust, you know.
Sure. Oh, right. Oh, you're saying specifically that the ads should come later rather than up front.
Yeah, get them listening.
Yeah, get them interested. I kind of agree with you. I can see how, for example, well, it's interesting actually. I mean, I wonder to what extent the ads being more upfront is part of the negotiation process between the companies that are advertising and the pod when it comes to like Chuck stuff and Changelog and Software Engineering Daily.
Yeah.
I've kind of noticed what I have noticed is a move towards ads that are more kind of conversational, where it almost sounds like you might be listening to a bit of a podcast and then it turns out to be a product placement, which is interesting again. But I don't want to do it, but it's interesting seeing them.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe for a while the ABC should remain free.
Totally. I mean, I think, yeah, absolutely. It would be nice to start it up again once we're on a solid footing. I mean, the interesting thing is, so Tech Done Right, Noel Rappin has a book which is like Take My Money or whatever. It's like all about online payments and things. And he was the first guest on the Greater Than Code, and so the Tech Done Right and Greater Than Code are both produced by Mandy, who used to be Chuck's podcast person, and until they had a falling out, and then that was the start of Greater Than Code.
I see. Huh.
Alrighty. Well, it's time for the website one meeting, so I will stop this little show, and I'll maybe see you there.
Okay.